Hello, friends and knife nerds. I want to show you guys 3 reasons today why Kunwu. So let's start off with the X-Padre. Check this thing out, friends. Boom. I know you have seen this before, and to show you again is a pleasure. Call this a clip point. Call this a whatever. I would say clip point because of this. Maybe that, even though there's a bit of an angle. But this thing is beautiful. This is whatever you would like it to be. And the scales, the ergonomically, this thing is incredible. Geometrically, this thing is incredible. And metallurgically, it is awesome. Whatever ergic you can lee, this thing is it. This thing is such a fun, sturdy knife to carry. It weighs something. The Padre weighs 5.67 ounces. You see this wild curve back here? That is where your comfort is coming from. This thing folds into your hand very comfortably, whether you're choked back or you're choked up. It doesn't matter. It's awesome. Now, yes, it's a little pricey. For the crossbar lock one, it's going to run you $259 right now. It's so worth it. I will recommend any of these 3 knives any day of the week. The only one that is a little more specialized is probably the Primo, but I would still recommend it to absolutely anybody. These are thick stock, folks. You're not just these, they're made in China, but they're made so darn well. Beautiful reversible titanium pocket clip, giant chunks of titanium in the scales. Then you have these pocketed, milled out liners, and that beautiful blade right there, folks. High flat grind of Elmax steel. Absolutely beautiful. 3.87 inches of Elmax in the blade. And then overall, it's 7.95 inches and 5.67 ounces of supreme comfort and chopability. Next, we are going to move on to my first Kunwu, and maybe still my favorite. I love this thing, the Pulsar XL. There's a smaller version, but the XL is just so good. I might be getting the Pulsar, just the slightly smaller version, just because I love these so much. I love the diamond textured scales on this. This thing will run you about $259 as well. Now you can see that the scales are a little bit thinner on this thing, but yeah, not so much. It's just a little bit when you actually look at the thickness there. It's because of the actual chamfer right here that you get. It looks like it's not, it's a little bit thinner, but it's about just as thick. And this thing is so comfortable. The straight back on this thing and this beautiful drop point made of Elmax, 3.87 inches of Elmax, 8.85 inches and 6.03 ounces. Just a beautiful blade. Again, they make a giant finger choil so you could choke up, choke back, and we have this crossbar lock system that is so good. A very strong crossbar lock system, and these giant chunks of steel that you could just throw out there, whether you use gravity or detent, or you just use, you know, your normal closing system. The Pulsar XL is an incredible knife. You can see the pocket clip right here, a little more standard, a little smaller than that of the Padre, and you have a cover for it. This is a beautiful knife, and I really love Kunwu knives, and I'm minutes away from purchasing another one. Lastly, let me show you the, oh, did you hear that, folks? That sounded so good. The Primo. Man, what a cool knife. I did not see this available everywhere, and this goes for an extra $20-ish, depending on what you get. They have this cool rainbow drop titanium. It brings it up to $300-ish. This one is $279, and it is so nice. Look at that blade, friends. And it is a frame lock, so it's slightly different. When we have a front flipper, oh, that's snappy, and a blade hole. Just beautiful detent on this thing. Absolutely excellent. And the fall shuttiness on the frame lock is absolutely awesome. Now, so you can see this one is more aggressive. This Wild Warncliffe is maybe less usable to some, but to me, it's a very usable blade because it still punctures. like a Warncliffe should. And again, you can choke up real high. I love the Primo. High flat grind, and they have Vankron steel on this, folks. Their HRC actually goes from 63 to 65 on this. That is so beautiful. That is a nice high HRC mark. Keep an edge for days. Look at that beautiful edge. Finger choil, super comfortable knife. Absolutely beautiful Vankron steel with a satin finish. Now let's bring them all together. We're gonna do largest down to smallest. The largest is the Pulsar. The medium is the X-Padre. And then the Primo is, how much smaller are we talking? Literally 0.2 inches smaller than the Padre, which is not much. But this will give you a beautiful overview of 3 absolutely excellent Kunwu knives that I would recommend to any of you. If you have the money and you're looking for a $250-ish knife, Kunwu. I know there are other great brands out there. I could recommend other knives, but I know you will be happy, especially if you like a mildly overbuilt feel. Kunwu will not disappoint. You get big chunks of titanium, big chunks of steel. It's awesome. The action is always good. They always feel great. Kunwu is just such a good brand. Right out of China, they are hitting home runs. I love Kunwu. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.